Alright, let's have a look at managing the organisation assessment task 1, project 1, professional and personal development project. So this task is actually going to occur in a number of settings. So there is a task A, B, C and D. Task A and task D are going to occur in the classroom with your trainer and assessor. And task B and task C are going to occur on placement. So you will be able to access all of the templates you need via your all sessions and your managing the organisation student resource area. So you don't need your trainer or assessor to give you any templates for these particular tasks. So let's walk through each of them together. We're going to skip the overall section here. We're going to go straight into the tasks. So the first task, this is a task that you're going to do in the classroom or that you can do at home. So for this particular task, it's asking you to write a personal workplace philosophy. So by now in your placement, you would have seen that a lot of the educators and particularly the services have workplace philosophies hung up around the room or outside of the room. So now we're asking you to write one for yourself, thinking of yourself as a diploma qualified educator. So your philosophy should be about an A4 page in length, remembering that you want to put that philosophy into paragraphs rather than one huge chunk of writing. And in those paragraphs, you should be talking about your core values as an educator and how these values are going to be used to support yourself in your professional career. So my advice to getting started with this is probably to start scribbling down some of your values, some of your ideas, some of why you've got into this industry, but also breaking them down into different categories. So maybe thinking about what your values are as a team member, what your values are in regards to educating the children, what your values are in regards to the safety of the children, the families, the community, and maybe there's a few other things that are particularly important to you. So you want to be writing about a paragraph on each of those things and documenting that into a philosophy. You also want to make some mentions of your legal requirements and the codes of practice and definitely taking them into consideration when you're writing your philosophy as well. You are also required with that philosophy to link it to the national quality standards. So we want to see you linking certain aspects of it, of your philosophy, to the national quality standards. So you're not just linking one or two things, you're linking the really most valuable aspects of your philosophy to the national quality standards. So that's the first task that you want to set out to do. The second task, we're going to go through task B and task C. Now both of these tasks you can do a little bit of preparation before placement, but will also be happening whilst you're on placement as well. So for task B, it's asking you to do a self-evaluation and a reflection. So basically you're going to be completing a leadership and skills knowledge questionnaire, and you can complete this prior to placement. But what you're going to do on placement is you're going to discuss your responses with your supervisor. So you're going to be discussing your responses to this checklist with your supervisor at placement. So I'll just guide you to that document. It's this one here, self-evaluation and reflection. So you're going to be ticking which one under each of these leadership styles you think relates to you. So ticking 1 for never or 4 for always. And you're going to complete that form. Then you're going to complete this section with your supervisor. So in talking with your supervisor, you're going to write down what their feedback is in regards to your self-evaluation. They may agree or they may have some recommendations that you might not have thought about in your evaluation. Then we want you along with your supervisor to discuss what we think or what you think your strengths are in regards to being a leader, mentor or working in the industry, and also discussing, it says here weaknesses, but I'd like to refer to them as what might be challenging you, what you'd like to work forward in. Then you've got to come together and develop one professional goal. So one area in your professional career that you would like to work towards, and your supervisor will need to comment and sign off on that documentation as well. So then what you have is a philosophy, which you've done in class. You've then worked with your supervisor to go through your self-evaluation and reflection. And then task C is where you're going to take that goal and you're going to develop a professional plan. So I'll go to the professional plan template, which is just here. So you write your goal up here. It's going to be the same goal that you discussed with your supervisor. You're then going to note what strategies or actions or support would you need. So what are all of the processes that you could go through, things you could do, people you could talk to, items you could read that would actually help you to achieve this goal? Who's going to be responsible for them? And in what time frame you're going to give yourself. Considering that you want to work on this throughout your placement, the time frame may be anywhere between 3 weeks, or you may want to continue it on for longer. Then you're going to research some training, professional development and professional training opportunities that are available. And we want you to identify those and provide the information for them in there. And then also how you're going to evaluate or assess your progress towards those goals. So how are you going to check in with yourself? Are you going to get tested by your supervisor? Are you going to do a quiz? Are you going to do a practical? Are you going to have a discussion? So how are you actually going to make sure you're achieving these goals? And again, your supervisor needs to comment and sign off on that. So again, task A is going to be completed in the classroom. Task B and task C are going to be completed with your supervisor. Then you've got task D. Task D is going to be completed in the classroom, and this particular one is asking you to have a look at yourself on the outside, not having a look at yourself as an educator. So having a look at your ongoing health and well-being. So you're going to complete a health and well-being questionnaire, then a health and well-being plan. And again, you can grab those templates on the All Sessions resource. So I'll get those templates up. So the first one you're going to do is the health and well-being survey. So you're pretty much going to tick, read through the questions and tick, comments that you want to provide, and then using the information that you've provided here, you're going to develop a health and well-being plan for yourself. So your name, date of development, and when you're going to review that. So again, it might be 3-4 weeks. Then you're going to put in here the areas of improvement, and you're going to describe what type of strategies you're going to apply to complete that and what level of priority you put on that. So you can do that by high, medium, low, small, medium, or large, however you would like to do that. Then for each area, you're going to clearly detail the activity that you would need to do, the details, so where is that going to occur. So for example, if you wanted to go for a walk for half an hour every day, where's that going to happen? At your local park, on a treadmill, such and such. The objective of the activity, so the overall thing you're trying to achieve, the time frame, and the cost. Now, it might be a zero cost. If you're going for a walk, that's free, but it might be buying healthy food, so there may be a cost there. So you need to organise what that cost is. So when you get to actually submitting your assignment, which you're going to go to there, what you're actually going to submit is 5 things. You're going to submit your philosophy, then you're going to submit your evaluation and your professional plan from placement, then you're going to submit your health and wellbeing survey and your health and wellbeing plan. So that's going to be 5 things that you're going to upload to here. If you do manually hand in some of these documents, then that is okay as well, can be scanned to you. And you press submit, and that will go through to your trainer. Good luck and really enjoy this.